What's going on, everyone? It's Snowdrift here. Before we get the video kicked off, I just want to say that if you enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if it helped you out, remember to share it with your friends, your family, and your dog. Your dog most importantly. Full disclosure on this video, you guys, I actually recorded this video January 26th, 2017. This is a much younger Snowdrift, well, a year younger Snowdrift. And a few corny parts here and there. I had fun editing it though. I've been meaning to get this edited out for a long time, but with everything that goes on in life, you just kind of get pushed behind a little bit. But I'm going to shut up now. Without further ado, let's get on with the video.
What's up, guys? I just got back from work like an hour and a half ago, and I've got Christian helping me.
So.
Put this back on. I forgot to film, but basically I just put Ultra Black on the engine and then I slid the cover right over it, and I just got done telling Christian this is the hardest part. It's super hard to line these two pins up, and it just slid right on. And of course it happened off camera. So now, I'm sorry I didn't film it, but I'll show you what I did on the oil pan so you really aren't missing anything. It's just I showed you a lot of the stuff when I left, so just do, the reversal, the removal, and you'll get it figured out, no problem. I'm not torquing these down yet. I'm going to do it in like a star pattern, slowly torquing it from one side to another until it's done. So you can watch me do that.
Don't you have to let the gasket sit for a minute before you torque it all the way down?
Yeah, just a minute, not long though. For best results, surfaces should be clean and dry. Mine were slightly dirty and a little damp. Cut nozzle, blah blah blah, and a bead of silicone to one surface surrounding all bolt holes. Assemble parts immediately while silicone is still wet. Finger tighten until material begins to squeeze out a flange. Let dry for 1 hour, then tighten to torque specifications. Allow 24 hours to fully cure before filling with fluids or returning to service. Replace cap after use.
Maybe more than a minute.
So there you go. Huh?
Maybe more than a minute.
What?
To let it sit before you torque
I
it down
mean,
all the way.
I'm going to start, torquing these bad boys down pretty soon. Like, not torquing them down, but getting them finger tight like it wants me to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not going to be riding it. I'll just leave myself a note on it to remember to torque all these bolts down.
And put oil in it.
Yeah. Well, I'll know there won't be any oil in it because I'll have wherever I put the oil at. Where is it?
And maybe your oil pan sitting right here will be a good reminder.
I mean, I think a lot of the stuff will be a good reminder, like the exhaust not being on it, things like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I won't
clear indicators that the bike's not ready to ride yet.
Right. But getting the engine put back together is a big feat for me.
Yeah. Is this your first time taking apart a...
No, this is the second time.
Oh, okay.
It's my first time taking the oil pan off, but I needed to anyway. Because what originally happened was I pulled this off originally because there was an oil leak. That's why I originally did all of this. And
That's when you found out about the tensioner?
No.
No? Oh.
No, I pulled this off yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Like, this was very recent.
Uh-huh.
And when I pulled it off, one of the washers on those two things I showed you, the two little
Pins?
Yeah, the pins basically. One of the washers fell off and went to the oil pan. So
that's why I took the oil pan.
Yeah, well, I think it was leaking from the oil pan just a little bit because you saw how much silicone was on the oil pan, like hardly any, right?
That was much.
Like there was hardly any on there. So killing two birds with one stone, basically. I'm gonna silicone the fuck out of everything and then torque it on there hard as shit.
And then clean it up.
Clean it up really, really good. So that way the engine will be damn near rebuild. The only thing I haven't put on this thing is a head gasket. Everything else has been completely redone. Dude, you don't know how stoked I am that went on that easily.
That's insane.
Like,
I was ready for you to be wrestling with it
dude,
for
I
like
was
20 minutes.
so pissed off last match. I had to walk away. I was so pissed. I could not get it on. Like, I was sitting here wrestling back and forth for like probably 25 minutes straight. So pissed.
So this is your second time taking apart the motor of a bike. When was the first?
Well, the very first time I took any major part of the engine apart was yesterday. On the 900, the most I did to it was I took the cover for the front sprocket off. I've done more to this bike than the 900 ever. Wait till I'm actually done doing all this so I can ride it. The bike looks great.
Yeah, the bike. It jumps great, dude.
Okay.
Do a little walk around again.
Nice.
It's a little dirty, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's why I got the carbon removal wax.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, well, I'll catch you later, dude.
I guess I didn't get your hoodie back.
It's probably nice and toasty. I can probably put it on now.
Yeah. Whatever body heat I had going is definitely transferred to the jacket. So yeah, it's warm.
Not right now. I can't touch it right now.
Well, it's not gonna be warm by the time you pick it up, though.
I'm not going to put it on. I'm fine.
Alright, man. Well,
I'll catch you later, dude.
alright, take it, dude.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. Hopefully you get the oil pan on, alright?
It'll be easy. It was easy coming off. It'll be easy going on.
Alright, see you.
See ya. Alright, so this is what you want to do with this. Just run a bead across the whole thing. And I'm going a little overkill on it, but that's just because I want to, because I don't want it to leak at all. So I'm going to film a little bit of this, and then I'll get back to you guys when it's done. Alright guys, this is the definition of overkill, but that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So now all we got to do is, we've got the side cover on. Christian has left me, but we got the side cover on. So yeah, it should be fine. And so now I'm just going to pop on the oil pan, and we should be good to go. I'm not going to put the exhaust back on tonight because there's a little bit more work I need to do to the bike, but the majority of the bike will be put back together. It'll be mainly exhaust after that point. So just going to scoot this out of the way. I'm going to put on new gloves. I'm going to offer up the oil pan. I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, I've decided to go gloveless because that's just how I'm going to roll. Now I just got to remember which way this sucker goes back on here. It goes like this because this is that's the bracket for the mount for the radiator. So it goes just like this. I'm just going to lay you guys over here, and I hope the GoPro can compensate for how dark it is. It's definitely going to compensate for how cold it is because it's freezing right now. Alrighty. And here we go. Probably should get a couple bolts ready. So once you get this going, you don't want to have to stop. Oh, there we go. Alright, gotta locate that bolt hole. I believe I have found it. And you just want to get that finger tight. I'm going to actually leave this. But yeah, you just want this bad boy to be finger tight, nothing crazy, because you need to let the RTV do its thing. You just want a little gap for it to be able to breathe. Not much, just a little bit. Then you can start threading all your bolts in. So, in conclusion, I just got oil everywhere. In conclusion, the oil pan is definitely a lot easier to take off and put back on than the clutch cover. Probably not anymore, because once I get done putting all these on, the the oil pan is definitely going to be a lot harder for the next person, but hopefully that next person is not me. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, there's that. Get a few more bolts in this bad boy. Yeah, it's still pretty loose. You see all that RTV? You may not be able to see a thing, but all this RTV is like squished out of the side. That's what you want. And it's not pretty, but this bike is going to be used. It's not going to be in no bike shows. I mean, some people probably think it could be, which I mean, I appreciate that, but you know, we're not trying to win any contest here. We're just trying to make a good looking, reliable running bike. And even though it has been, you know, technically broken, it has been reliable, even in its broken state. But yeah, no oil just yet, guys. Just gonna let everything kind of settle. You can actually see right here where I'm threading this bolt in. And the instructions say finger tight. I'm not even doing it finger tight. I'm just doing it to where there's still a small gap, because that's kind of what it wants. You can see all the excess RTV that came off this thing, and that's just precautionary. I mean, I just don't want to ever, like, I just don't want it to leak oil. That was the main issue for all this, is that I had a small oil leak, and I just wanted to remedy that. But it looks like a good solid bead went around the entire thing. A lot more in some places than others, but that's okay. It went on really smooth, and that's what you want. You want a good, smooth, clean install. I've only got a few more bolts here. And then we are going to call it a night, because I'm cold. Well, there you go, guys. I got everything back on, and I'm on 1% battery. I'm going to turn my flashlight on, if it'll let me. There we go. So I got everything in. Everything on really good. I've got a lot of RTV on everything, but you know what? That's okay. Phone just died. Nice. So, but I got everything on. Like I said, I'm not putting the exhaust back on. That's really straightforward. I will be finishing completely tomorrow night. I'll give this stuff a good 24 hours to dry. And, you know, and that's like a give and take kind of thing. It probably doesn't need exactly that much time. It's just what the manufacturer recommends, and it's also kind of cold, so I'm just going to let it do its thing and then torque it down, and everything should be fine. And I'll let you know if I see any more leaks. If I see any more leaks, then we'll go from there, but I'm really hoping that we don't. So the bike's looking nice and sexy tonight. I'm gonna actually like clean the bike really good after I get done doing all this, but you know, it doesn't need much cleaning. It just got painted. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I really hope that this helps people out, because I got pretty much no help with this. Like a few pictures and diagrams here and there, but you know, this fix didn't cost me a thing except time and a little bit of RTV, which RTV is like $4 or $5. It's super cheap. So that's what most of these engines are held together with anyway. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care.